One of the hardest parts about trading is figuring out a strategy that works and is actually profitable. Well, in this video, I want to show you a strategy that will take no more than 20 minutes to trade every single day. And I really mean that. But before we get started, remember June 30th is the official release date of my last Forex course. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to stay up to date. Also, if you guys could like this video, that would be amazing. And lastly, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do, and also turn on the notifications because I'm going to be dropping a ton of new content over the following weeks and months. So make sure you hit that button. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to show you guys how to really leverage a profitable strategy to work for you. Now, the first thing that we need to do is figure out what time frame we're going to be trading on. For this specific strategy, I would recommend the hour 4, the hour 1, or the minute 15. And this is not going to take a lot of time whatsoever. So what we also need to do is figure out our psychological levels. If you trade US 30, here's a little hack. Screenshot my psychological levels for right now. And then also I did make a video yesterday, this one, how to predict the Forex markets. This is also a video on how to actually make your psychological levels. So if you need to watch that, go and watch that video so you can get your psychological levels marked up. Now, what we're overall going to be doing with this strategy is we're going to be setting alerts at these psychological levels. And really, whenever we see a psychological level and we see a break of a psychological level like right here, we're going to look for a retest. When we are seeing it hit a psychological level and reject it like right here, we're going to be looking to actually go with the reversal that's actually happening. So right here, it hit our psychological level, closed above it. This was on the hour 1 time frame, and then really started to push away and started to form a new uptrend to this psychological level, and then the next psychological level, which it was an overall, from this psychological level to this one, that's a 5,000 pip move, which is pretty crazy. So really what I'm doing is I'm looking for these psychological levels to be hit, and then I'm looking for a reversal off it. But instead of you staring at the charts all day long, this is what we're going to do. We're going to figure out where price is, and we're going to have an alert at those psychological levels where price is close to. So we're going to have an alert right here at the 30,750. And for right now, I'm also going to have an alert at the 31,000. And we are nearing a very strong psychological level right here at the 31,000. Because this is a higher number with more zeros, I should say. So it's a stronger psychological level. So we can see that hit and possibly rejected. That's what I would be looking for. But all I'm saying is we're going to have these alerts set. So we're going to go right here and add alert. And then we're just going to name the alert. If we go to the alert, we can make it say US 30 is hitting psych level. Okay, you can name it whatever you guys want. So I'm going to delete this alert because I do not need it. But this is what you guys are going to be able to do, is really set alerts at those psychological levels. And then once you get the alert, you're going to go to the chart and be like, all right, how's this playing out? Let me look at the charts for 5 to 10 minutes and see how it's reacting off the zone. Are we going to get a rejection? What are we going to get? Also, what you can have is you can have timers set on your phone for specific times. So with me, there's the Asia session that starts at 5 p.m. my time. So I have an alarm set on my phone for 4:57, and then I have an alarm set for 5:57. I'll go to the hour time frame and see if there's any rejection candles that are showing us that we're going to reject this zone. We're going to break through and retest it. So that's what you guys also can be doing. This video is sponsored by my program, FX University. Go to the link in the description to sign up, or there should be a link on this page. Once you go to join now, you're going to go to get started. And once you do, we're going to give you a code for 15% off. Go right here where it says to add promo code, type in FX1 and click apply. This will take time for you guys to understand, but overall, this is a very simplified way of trading. Now, what I really want to do with you guys now is go over reversal candles. Like, what candles are we going to be looking at? What is really going to tell us it's going to reverse off a psychological level? So right here, we can see that we have this rejection candle. This was a spinning top. So what I'm going to do is, like, I'm mainly not going to look at one time frame for a reversal candle. I'm going to go to other time frames as well. So right here, what I'm going to do is get a vertical line, and I'm going to mark this up, and I'm going to go to the minute 15 to see how that candle reacted, or see if the setup's different than the hour one. Okay, so here is that vertical line that we marked up. Now this is our break, and then right here, this is our break, but there isn't a strong enough pullback to where it was going to be a retest. Like if it broke right here, this is overall saying it's rejecting this zone right here. And we are on a smaller time frame versus if we go back to the hour one, we can see that when it hit that zone, it had a big reversal candle, a spinning top. So we're going to be looking for reversal candles at these zones, like spinning tops, dojis, shooting stars. Also, we want to see when it's rejecting a psychological level, we want to see a long wick below it or above it. So we have that long wick below it, really showing that this is rejecting, because the market did go all the way down here and then it pushed above and closed above the psychological level. So that's telling us, like, look, we're rejecting that zone. So I want to go to the 5-minute chart, and I want to show you guys during the New York session some nice rejections. So we have this rejection right here, came through, wick down, but closed above it. And even if this candle was bearish, we still came down. At one point, this wick was filled, and then boom, price closed above the psychological level. So right then and there, when that candle closed, that would have been a really good entry. You could have bought and had your stop loss right below this wick. Right here too, this was earlier this morning during the New York session. At the beginning, we have all these wicks. It's just tapping it, rejecting it, tapping it, rejecting it, tapping it, rejecting it. So right here was that last wick. This wick right here went higher than all these wicks. So this is a real rejection candle right there. And you could have entered a short all the way down to the next zone. So really when I'm trading, when it's rejecting the psychological level, how I have mine set up, I'm going from psychological level to the next psychological level. And I'm riding it just like that, because these levels literally will hit these levels, move away, and then go to the next zone. So let's find another couple of examples. Beautiful example right here. We have this shooting star candle that rejected the psychological level right after. Like, this is the ideal perfect setup. This is what I want to see. Just one candle reject that psychological level with the long wick and then close. And look at the stops. On this candle, our stops would have only been 470 pips. And then we could have rode it down all the way to the next psychological level right here for 2,500 pips. Literally about 2,500 pips is like 200 and 2,400 pips in total. But honestly, guys, go over the strategy. What I'd recommend you guys do is go to this video that I previously mentioned, watch that video, and then go to the psychological, and then go to your chart and set up the psychological levels. And then when you're done with that, you can actually test it out. You're going to be able to see how the psychological levels are reacting off these zones and how you're going to be able to get very clean entries. Like I said, guys, this shouldn't take more than 20 minutes a day to do, because we are just having an alert set. Once the alert goes off, we're going to our chart. We're going to see how it's reacting off the psychological level and then go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.